ladies and gentlemen. This drought out west is one to really keep your eye on. Now, I know sometimes if you're in another part of the country, you're really not that concerned at all, but you really should be because anything that's impacting the west, especially like a mega drought, it is sure to start moving across the country eventually. Well, this is exactly what's happening. So, California and Nevada and Washington State and Oregon, these places are not going to be in droughts all by themselves. They're going to have plenty of other states joining them. And it looked like it may be sooner than you think. So the drought out west expected to intensify, expand east, according to the NOAA. So the mega drought that has plagued the West for several decades is not only expected to persist, but the drought conditions will also likely intensify and expand east. According to the NOAA, about 55% of the continental US is experiencing drought conditions which will likely worsen in the Great Plains. So they're saying like the central and southern plains, such as Texas and Oklahoma. And the NOAA scientists said during a monthly climate call Thursday, these areas will be experiencing extreme fire danger on Friday as conditions worsen by the arid landscape and ground fuel that allow wildfires to explode. Yes. And one thing about Texas, that's exactly what they were talking about. They were talking about how dry the conditions were. And that's why the wildfires there just spiraled out of control. And that's not the only place, it's happening in Arizona as well. The region will likely see well below the average precipitation as the summer months approach. And this is according to the NOAA. Now, they're also saying that Washington State, many of you may remember the heat wave that hit there, and they were in triple digits. They're saying it's more than likely they will experience that again this year. So many places in the West have been experiencing drought for 3 consecutive years without any significant recovery in sight. California and Nevada are already breaking records for dryness this year after they both had their driest period in January through March on record. This is the time of the year that the region typically receives the most rain and snow, making the statistics all the more concerning, the scientists say. California's snowpack is currently at 30% of its average. So far in 2022, California has only received 15% of its normal precipitation. In 2021, California received 65% of its normal precipitation during the same period. This year will likely be among the top warmest on record, according to the NOAA. Globally, March is the sixth warmest on record, and record warm March temperatures were observed across 5% of the global area, according to NOAA. In Antarctica, where summer just transitioned to fall. One station reached its highest temperature ever recorded. The temperatures at one point were up to 70 degrees above average. Yeah, that is crazy for Antarctica. You know, all right. Research indicates that climate change is contributing to the extent, severity, and duration of the drought in the western US. The drought is likely to cost the US billions of dollars in 2022, the scientists say. Yeah, and it's not getting better. They said there is no relief in sight for this thing, none at all. And like I said, if this is expanding east, they're not going to be alone. You know, they knew this was going to happen. I was even talking about these drought conditions back in 2017 and 2018 on videos. And since then, it has gotten far worse. It's far worse now than it was even back then. So, y'all, please tell me what you think. It's definitely something that can impact a huge part of the country. If they're talking about how this will expand across the country. So, y'all, tell me what you think about this one. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.